continuing today my reflections on my series, Not All Factual, but All True. I want to talk today about the fall of the northern kingdom of Israel. So the biblical story has it that King Jehu succeeded the Omri dynasty. He accomplished some things in terms of reducing idolatry in Israel. Then there was the next kings, Joash, and especially Jeroboam. King Jeroboam brought peace and prosperity to Israel for a period of over 40 years. But then, during the reign of Jeroboam, the prophets Amos and Hosea appear, and their critique of Jeroboam and Israel is something that's new and different, because what they criticize is Israel's and Jeroboam's lack of social justice. They say that God is not pleased with the sacrifices offered by the people of Israel because they do not take care of the poor, the widows, and the orphans among them. And because they're prophets, they say, if Israel doesn't change its ways, then God will punish them. Something bad will happen to them. And as a matter of fact, something did happen to them. In the year 720, the Assyrian Empire completely took over the kingdom of Israel, deported a number of people out of Israel, and brought an end forever to the kingdom of Israel. So much of this story is true, and so it is factual, and yet there is a deeper truth here. The Deuteronomistic history portrays the fall of Israel as happening for two reasons. First, because they were not faithful to God alone. They were not faithful only to Yahweh. And secondly, they were punished and the kingdom fell because of their lack of social justice. God wanted his people in Israel to take care of the poor and the widows and the orphans among them. I think that lesson of social justice continues for us even to this day. To what extent is God pleased or displeased with our worship if we do not take care of the poor and the widows and the orphans among us?